How do you do it? That thing you do. Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna.
Hey everybody, how you doing? What's
Hey.
up? Hey everyone, welcome to All About the Joy. Cynthia's in the house, Rick is in the house. What's up? Okay. Rick, hi. Were you gonna say something?
So what's going on?
What's going on? Cynthia, I'm holding out on Cynthia because Cynthia was gonna start down a story. I said, hold up. Wait till we go live. Let me get my popcorn. What happened? Oh,
She got the red cup.
Wait, Mario's here. Hold on a second. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Hey, hi. How are you? Did I send you an invite?
You told me yesterday.
Wait, I didn't think you were coming.
Did I say I wasn't coming?
I know. You know what's so funny is I am very needy in like people responding to me. So then I know. And if I don't hear from you, the only one I heard from was Rick. I'm like, it's just gonna be me and Rick today. That's it. And then Brian
Surprise.
Surprise. Okay, so Mario's in the house and Alma will be in the house. And yes, Mario is wearing a very lovely, interesting shirt. Is it long sleeve or short sleeve?
Short.
Short sleeve. Very nice. Very nicely designed.
Thank you. It's poopy. I don't know what that is, but it's okay. Whatever.
It's cute.
It's
Where's your
Thank
better
you.
half?
She has a meeting in the ladies' room. She'll be back real soon.
Meeting in the ladies' room. Why am I thinking of a song?
That's exactly what I was telling you.
Yeah, right. Cynthia, what happened? Tell us.
Oh my God, this week was just horrible. So today was the worst of the entire week. This week it wasn't too crazy busy, but my coworker is just God love her. God help her.
Is this what
Bless
we're
her
doing?
heart.
Are we breathing through
Bless
it?
her heart, yes. So today, she was supposed to come in late because she had a dentist appointment. And then maybe like an hour before she's supposed to be there, she texts me, "Oh, my doctor's running late, so I'm not coming in today."
The
Yeah,
whole day?
the whole day. Leaving me with all the cases on top of getting a conference that's going to happen on Monday to get all that information together. Yeah, I was not a happy camper today. At
How
all.
rude.
Exactly.
The nerve.
Were you able to? I mean, did you
I
do it
mean, I was
anyway?
able to get everything done. I got it all done.
Yeah, of course you did. I mean, that's the kind of sucky thing is like when we're efficient, really good workers and stuff, then things don't fall through the cracks so she don't look bad.
Right. Exactly.
Lucky
Exactly.
her for your work ethic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm.
Effa.
Heifer. Heifer. So much
Love
for our
her.
tranquility and breathing through it.
Yes.
What's that? Oh,
Make sure,
Effa.
make sure she sends an email.
You
Uh-oh.
can't talk if you're not
Alma,
on
I
mute.
Alma, you
know.
can't do that because no one knows what you're talking about.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
I know, but
'Cause
like you off screen and you talking about something else. We don't know what you're talking about. You
She's
don't have
giving she's
any.
back there in the amen choir for Cynthia, but she over here going off in the background. She's like, and that's what she think to be doing. I'm like, what are you doing? They can't see you.
In or out, those are your choices. Okay.
Right.
Right. Oh, by
You
the
got to step
way,
in.
Alma, your card is on the way.
hi,
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
give her.
Alma. Hi, Alma. Yeah, your card is on the way. I sent you one too. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
hello,
oh.
everyone.
Hi, Alma's in the house.
So,
Hey
Cynthia,
Rick.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Thank you.
She
So,
gonna be
make
all
sure
right.
you send an email saying, I completed everything. Everything is done. Just so that
Did
they
it all
know
by
You
you
know,
myself.
did it.
the
Mm-hmm.
funny thing is that I don't even see my manager. I barely see the assistant manager. They already know what I do and what I don't do, but I don't even see them, and they already know.
Hmm.
So it's one of those kind of lost cases, you know. As long as
Hmm.
the doctor knows, that's all I care.
That's all
Does
that
he
matters.
know? Is he gonna know?
Oh yeah, he knows. He knows what
Oh.
I do.
Is this the one in the
Absolutely.
Philippines though?
Yeah, he's in the Philippines right now. He'll be
Okay,
back
but
on Monday.
so did you do what Alma said? You sent him an email. I just want you to know all your packets are ready. I
Oh
did
yeah.
everything for your Monday meeting thingamajiggy with the conference.
Oh yeah.
I la la
I,
I.
yeah,
I.
I.
Absolutely.
Please
Okay.
let me know if
Absolutely.
I missed anything since I was in the office by myself.
Whoa!
I do apologize.
I did the best I could all alone.
Mhm,
I processed everything by
mhm,
myself. Yeah, you gotta feel me.
Absolutely.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Rick, what's going on with
Yeah.
you?
It was a busy work week, very busy. Except today was the first day I wasn't too busy, so I had this project that he gave me to finish a while back, but I just haven't been able to do it because it's just been too busy. So I finally got it today done. That was good. And then something weird happened with the package where the address said 50. Well, I don't want to say the address. Well,
I
docs.
know, we're all giving out addresses on the air.
So it said one thing, but then they brought it to a place that had one word in the street name, but not the rest. And I'm like, instead of going to a business, it went to somebody's house. I'm like,
Oh,
I
UPS, what's
love
wrong
when
with
that
you?
happens.
And then UPS is like, because with FedEx, if you screw up or whatever, they'll just redirect you. Okay, where do you want to go? We'll pick it up and we'll bring it to the right place.
Mhm.
UPS, no, no, no. Return to sender, and then you got to mail it again. I'm like, why?
oh,
So I have to
Wow.
leave you have to make the package leave the state that it's already in. And it's probably close
mhm.
by. Come all the way back. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but at least I got a lot of stuff done today because today was the first day it's been slow in a while. So I was happy about that.
Okay, good. Mario, how was your
Well,
week?
it was wonderful. It was absolutely fabulous. I have no worries, no cares in the world. It's just
Well, God
happy,
bless
happy,
you.
all about the joy. It was joyful, joyful, joyful.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll just skip over your ass then. Great. I'm glad you're joyful. How you
Thank
doing,
you.
Alma? How was your day?
Oh, man.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, we celebrated the 100th day of school. So it was a lot of little people dressed up, like little old people. And, so
Oh.
we had a good time today. It was a good time.
It's
It's
super cute.
100 days. That's right. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Time is going by quick. Today is finally January 31st, but January's been like
No,
947 days.
Is it the
Okay.
31st or the 30th?
It's the
The
31st
31st.
today.
the
Today's the
31st.
31st.
Sorry.
Oh,
Finally.
did you miss somebody's birthday?
Did you
Nope.
miss
He
somebody's
was
birthday?
about to.
Nope. I
I'll
did
say
not.
Mario's day wasn't as
Mm.
good as he thought. He don't even
I
know what day it is.
Mm-mm,
let me rethink that. Let me rethink that. Yeah, no, today's the 31st, but it's been like the
Wow.
longest month ever.
The longest. The
Mhm.
longest. Whew.
Mm.
But it's so cute because all the kids they walk around like looking like old people. They have walkers
Mm.
and they have wigs on and
What are you talking
shawls.
about?
They dress up
The
like
school.
100-year-old.
At school,
Oh,
the
Like
100
Centaur. It's a what is it?
hilarious.
Centaurian?
Centurion. So
Oh,
because
I
it's the
missed that.
100th,
Oh.
That's so
You should make
weird.
like a fake AARP card.
yes,
You know what? That's a good idea.
yep.
Next year I'll have to do that.
Another ad for AARP. I posted an ad today for AARP that we kind of did. It's so funny.
Well, we can make the cards and then on the back, all about the joy.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Everything with all about the joy in the back. Right.
Everything.
I had a no, I had a hard, well, you know what? I'm gonna be like Mario and lie. I had such a beautiful week. And then have a thought like, oh my God, wait, did I forget something? No. You know what? I am trying to be as positive as possible, but January's been tough. It's been a
Yeah.
tough time.
Hey,
Hey
Melanie.
Melanie, how
I
are
know.
you?
Hello.
How you doing? And today was a bad day. It was just a bad day because I was not in the mood for anyone and I was really short. I know. I know. You guys can't even think of that I would be short with people.
Oh,
What?
I know.
wow.
It's
No.
shocking. I know.
Never.
I'm so demure and like, you know what I mean? Very quiet. And
Very
thoughtful.
mindful, very
Very
demure.
mindful, very demure.
It's so funny. My boss, she knows just by the way I walk in. She's like, "Uh-oh, I need to order donuts today." Like, yes, you do. You do.
Mhm. Um, you know what? That would have been really cool if anybody had just gotten me some lunch, even, like anything would
Mhm.
have been like just made my day. But it was just one of those days where I was just, I was not happy. So it's okay though. And we're here, and it's Friday, and we're done, and it's over with, and I'm here with my friends saying,
Yay.
hey, you know what I mean?
Speaking
Tomorrow
of
is another month. Thank you, Melanie. What, Mario?
speaking of one of them days, the movie with Kiki Palmer and SZA is so funny. I don't know if you guys have
I
seen it
haven't
yet.
seen it
Oh,
yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
So funny. Do yourself a favor and just go have a
What's
good
the name
time.
of it again?
One of them
I
days.
love
One
it.
of them days. That's right. That's
You
right.
just said it. I was like,
Yeah.
so
We were talking about it and we said, "What movie does it remind you of?" And
it's
I was like, "It's the female version of."
Friday.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
exactly.
SZA is having a year. Okay.
She's having an amazing year.
And
And
she's
she'll
going to
be at
be
the Super
performing
Bowl
with
next week.
Kendrick Picard.
Lamar.
I'm so
Oh,
tired.
you're gonna be watching Star Trek later, I
Right.
guess. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know.
Oh my God, I'm so tired. Kendrick Lamar. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even
Is
know
that
why
the
Scissor's
one
gonna be
where
playing
it's
Whoopi.
in my mouth.
Scissor's gonna play Whoopi Goldberg's daughter on Star Trek.
Woo, where's my other cup? No, I'm just kidding. It's
no,
running
for
so
real?
much
She'd be like this.
water. It's so
Yeah.
Rick,
She did that in Star Trek. She did, remember?
yeah, she did.
Oh my God, that is so funny. All right, this is good. I needed to laugh a little bit. People don't know what this is, but this is Cynthia thing. You have to go watch one of our lives to get that whole concept. But
See?
mhm.
Oh my
She had a
goodness.
lot of children because she was, her people live a long, long, long time. She probably got a lot
What
of
are we
Hmm.
kids.
talking about? Guinan?
I know. Mhm.
Oh, we're gonna go down the Star Trek rabbit hole where Cynthia's gonna be lost.
Sorry.
Oh, by the way, Section 31.
Good, wasn't it? You hated it. You hated it.
I ain't gonna watch it, but
Oh, he's shaking his head now.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was light. It was
with Michelle
easy.
Yeoh, right?
Yeah.
I forgot it was Star Trek until I heard like a tricorder beep. Then I was like, oh, this is Star Trek. Like, it was just, what is this?
Because it's complete. They're just using the Star Trek world for the story, but it's really they had no ties to anybody that we even knew. It was really a separate story. But
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it because Michelle Yeoh threw in some martial arts. It was
Mhm.
always a good time when you throw somebody through a door.
And isn't she like 60 or something? Go ahead,
Uh,
girl.
60 plus.
Yeah, go do your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
you enjoyed it, and Rick clearly did not.
No, he's
Mhm.
because he was looking for Star Trek references everywhere, and they weren't.
Well,
But he
okay,
just
in
looked
all
for
fairness, Rick is a Star Trek crazy man. So
hardcore.
hardcore, yeah. So what didn't you like about it, Rick? You can be honest about it. This is a free place, an open place to share your
Yeah.
real feelings.
Okay. What's that game? We listen and we do not
We
judge.
don't
Yeah.
judge.
Sorry, my face judges.
I
I
judge
can't
too.
even.
Why can't you say what you didn't like about it? What's the big
No, I'm
deal?
going. No, well, I already started. It
Go ahead.
didn't feel like Star Trek. That's numero uno. Um, so there's a part where she's out of phase. And I'm like, but how did you tell the floor to keep you in phase so that you don't fall through the floor, but yet you could walk through a wall? Like, make that make sense. Like,
I
you have
got
to
that.
suspend disbelief. It's like a ghost, but at least a ghost you can, it's already supernatural, so you don't care. But I'm like, if this
Wait,
is
was
not,
it done badly in the kind of like the way
Editing?
in which they did it? Because that's just
it
suspending
looks
belief. I
cool.
mean, that happened in Stargate SG-1 too, where they phase through, right? When they go see the Tolan and they phase through the wall, but they don't go through the ground. So
Mhm.
was it done badly, or is it just you didn't like
I
the
mean, it
show's
looks
scientific?
cool. They look cool. I wasn't crazy about the characters, and some of the dialogue was kind of like silly. Like, I know you're trying to be funny, but I ain't laughing. Like, I don't know.
Rick is one of them people. When he don't like something, it's over. He ain't gonna give it no chance. I know
I give
you.
everything a chance. I give everything a chance.
No, but once you know, because I remember I
Mhm.
said something about Kendrick Lamar. If Mario was here, he would have jumped through the screen and hit you. I know he would have. I said something about, or I said something about Kendrick Lamar in this in this song Luther, which when everybody was like, and he was like, I don't know, it sounds like he's using a synthesizer. I was like, bite your tongue, Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, you have no idea who you're talking about. Mario, I know
Auto-tune.
you're not friendly.
But it was like, I
Away.
wasn't saying the entire thing. I was saying there was one part,
Watch out.
just a
No,
little teeny bit of a part when it went,
no,
it sounded like auto-tune a little bit right there.
no, you were just wrong, Rick. I'm just telling you right now. You're just wrong.
Uh-uh.
And he just missed the whole point. Live long and prosper.
Right by me.
Do you do right by me?
No, it's live long and prosper. You gotta change it up.
Gotta make it
She
backwards.
got it all wrong. Okay, for those who don't know, Cynthia just messed up hand signals from The Color Purple to Star Trek, and now we can't let it go.
But the most annoying thing, if I have to pick out one thing, is the Vulcan dude. Now I
Yeah,
understand
that
he
was
was.
irritating. I have to agree. That was irritating.
I
Okay, tell
understand he
us.
was under the control of something else, so he wasn't being himself. But the accent, and then later he had another accent again. I'm like,
That was his wife.
what are y'all doing?
What do you
Yeah.
mean? What's his wife?
They got these these bodies off the black market, but they were possessed by these microorganisms. And one was bad, and he did something bad, and then he went away, and then another Vulcan that looked just like him with a different accent showed up, but come to find out it's his wife, right? Yes, that's what it was. So, and she's like, when I get my hands on him, and it was corny, but it was still entertaining.
Corny.
It
It
was
actually
corny.
sounds kind of corny, but I'm gonna side with Mario and say I might try because he liked it. I don't know, Rick. You if it wasn't Star Trek, if it was just another sci-fi show,
If you
would
didn't
you
know
have
it
been
was
okay
Star
with it?
Trek, you would enjoy it.
Yeah, if you didn't know it was
Probably,
Star Trek, you probably would have enjoyed it. That's
yeah.
probably what I'm saying.
I would have been happier if they just took the whole thing and made it in the other universe, the Terran universe, instead of the main universe, and like do the kind of the same thing. Because then I were like, okay, it's not real Star Trek because it's not even the same universe. Then I probably would have felt a little bit better, and they could have did that, but no.
All right, we're moving on.
But
This is
no.
like when
But
this is
no.
kind of like when Mario is going down his he went to 19 concerts in 2 days, and we have to hear every single band and who they sang with, or I'm gonna cut it off and we're gonna move on. Alma, what have you been watching lately, or cooking, or anything?
Ooh, what have I been watching? I actually started watching the Diddy documentary on Max, on HBO Max.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
been kind of
yeah.
and then what else have I
We
been
love Will
watching?
Trent,
Oh, Will Trent, yes.
and
And then what's the other one? Beautiful Minds. Oh, and the other one, the one with the consultant with the police. What was that one
that's your
called?
thing.
I know, but it's so good. But it's the one she's on that Boston show.
Oh, she's also in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Kate Olsen or whatever her name is,
Yeah, I
Katie
don't really.
Olsen.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
She has a show on, oh gosh, why can't I remember the name of it? But it's really
It's
good.
okay.
She's
I
a she's
didn't.
like a stay
Okay.
home mom maid who's now she's a genius and she's now a consultant with LAPD with the police department.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I can't
Yes.
think of the name.
And she like solves all these cases and she's like really quirky and funny. I love the show. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're
I love
talking about. She has the dark hair, white woman. Yeah, she's very
Hmm.
it.
weird,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, is
yeah.
that a good show?
Great show. I love it.
Really?
She
'Cause
and,
that
she
show
and
was
Marissa
on
love
after
it.
the Kathy Bates Matlock show.
Oh,
Yep.
love that one too.
Love Matlock
Love
Yep.
that
for
one.
sure.
The remade
Yeah.
about. But Mario, I'm mad at you because the other day I couldn't sleep. So I got up. Yeah, I'm mad at you. And I started watching. Okay, so it was Chicago Fire, an episode of Chicago Fire, and I was like, oh man, they're not going to show the next one. But then it went into Chicago Police or something.
Chicago
PD, and then it went into the next one because it was a 3-part episode, and I like from 2 a.m. to like 6 o'clock in the morning till I had to get ready for work. I had to watch all of them because of you, because you're like, oh, you're gonna really like
they were the crossovers.
Oh, the crossover shows.
Yeah, but the thing is that all of those come on the same night.
Yeah,
I only watched Chicago Fire for a while. I watched every episode of Chicago Fire. So this was like, I was like, I couldn't sleep. I'm like, let me just catch, I've seen this before, but I didn't realize that it went into, because if you watch it just as Chicago Fire, it skips into another thing. And somehow they put it through because I didn't miss nothing, because it's not about the police. It's about the fireman show. So, but I was pissed at you because I'm like, now I'm hooked. I have on my DVR now. Like, what is it? Chicago PD. I saved them all.
It's so good. Chicago PD is so good. It is.
But no, we checked. We fell off of the Chicago's probably about a year ago.
Yeah. Come on now.
So we're behind. But now what we are still truly addicted to are the FBI's. The FBI. Yeah,
Most Wanted, FBI,
FBI, but now we're just
more. Oh, that's SWAT.
Never watched it. Never watched it.
Yeah, he's annoying.
Never watched The Rookie. Never watched SWAT. Never watched the NCIS.
We watched The Rookie.
Oh no, I love NCIS. I watch NCIS from way back in the day.
No, we watched Rookie Fed when Niecy Nash got it, but then we checked out of that because it was too much. So
there's a lot of police shows and everything, and fireman shows. I mean, I don't mind.
I love watching the ID channel.
The what?
I love watching the ID channel. And this one, and I tell him, I'm like, look, I'm about to watch all my real crime shows. I love watching all the serial killer stuff.
This ID?
ID channel shows you all of that. So they do forensic files. They do
but it's all real life stuff.
It's all real life stuff. So it's
God, no. Let's be clear why I'm watching. Let's be very clear. Rick, you want to speak for me? Why am I watching the fireman show? It has nothing to do with it being real life. It has to do with them fine ass men. Okay. There's nothing else happening there. I don't want to know.
So wait, did you watch 911 Lone Star?
But that was because of Angela Bassett.
No, Lone Star.
No, she doesn't like Lone Star.
I did watch it.
Did you watch it, Cynthia?
Oh,
I haven't watched the new episodes yet.
We look and we don't judge.
Okay.
We look and we don't
fire
judge.
Department. What?
Okay. So it's the final season of Lone Star, right? So the last episode got me.
Don't tell me.
I won't. It got me.
It got
on
both
the
of
other
us.
day.
Yes.
It was just on the day. Wait. Did I catch it? With Rob Lowe. And he's about to make an announcement about
Yes. There's 2 episodes I haven't watched yet.
She said, "No spoilers, please.
No spoilers."
About to make an announcement, and then the bells go off or whatever. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was good. That got me too. Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
You gotta go watch, Cynthia. You gotta watch it so we can talk about it.
Yes, and Rick's supposed to be. Rick, are you what season you on with 911, 911? Yeah.
One.
He watched like one episode, and that was it.
So one of one.
One of one.
Yeah, I saw the baby stuck in the pipe, and that was good.
He's obsessed with that. It's so weird how he's.
You gotta get past the first season.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like,
I'm done.
And the dude that can't keep it in his pants. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
What man can't keep it in his
pants? Buck, yeah.
You love Buck, but Buck will freak you out later because Buck is Buck. We love Buck.
Buck is Buck.
Buck is exciting and different. And, actually, you wouldn't like it. Probably don't watch it. We have to use reverse psychology because the more I think about it, I don't think he could hang with it. I don't know. Buck is one of my favorite characters on that show. Well, I liked a lot of them on. I mean, I think the problem with Chicago Fire is that they lost the best people on that show. I forget the guy's name that I really liked, but I think his real name is Jesse Spencer or something. The British guy, the white guy who was married to the Latina woman, they lost her.
She left too?
Oh, like season 3, like they were together and then they both left, and I'm just over Severide and his girlfriend. I'm over the two of them. Like they annoy me to no end. But then they also lost. I think what was interesting is the chief there. He's also British, and I had no idea. The chief, the black guy, he is British.
He's a Brit? I didn't know that.
He is a Brit, honey. I was dying.
I didn't know that.
Like Buck.
Just like Buck.
Buck is British too.
No, Buck.
I think he's Australian.
He's Australian.
It don't matter. He have an accent. That's what we mean when we say British. We just mean anybody that has a
Everybody's British.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I listen and I don't judge.
Program to know who we're talking about. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I have no interest in actually seeing anything that's actually true. Like the minute I think it's true, I don't want to watch it, Alma. Like, no.
That's her.
I'm so fascinated.
See, me too.
So fascinated.
And I like those
documentaries. Fascinates me.
Morbid.
Fascinates me.
Do you like horror too, Alma? You like horror?
Oh yeah, I do, but I have to watch it in the daytime. So then I have the rest. So I have the rest of the day to forget about it. But because if we watch it at night, it's over. I'll be up. But if we watch it, we have to watch the matinee, and I can have the whole day to do other stuff to get it out of my brain, and then I'm good.
No, I won't watch it. Melanie. I realized it after the fact that Jesse was on House MD. I remember that was another good show. House,
yeah,
that was a good show. Yeah, he's Australian. Yeah, and you know, I hate to say this, but men. I don't know about with women, but when men have an accent, it don't matter where it's from. All of a sudden, they're like 45% hotter. Even if you ugly, you got an accent. It goes up, right? Tell me the lie. Where am I lying? If you see a man,
more like 100%.
I'm just saying, I can't say 100%, but I'm just saying, like, let's say I see a man and he
could be butt ugly,
right?
But he opens his mouth and he has an accent, and all of a sudden it's woo,
45%.
So is that why everybody's going crazy over Aaron Pierre because he has an accent?
No, that man is
fine.
all held.
Sorry. Did we say the same thing at the same time? Because I was like, that man is fine.
Sorry. Aaron Pierre is Mufasa.
Oh, that other show. Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut.
Oh, another one.
He has a show, Watson. The pilot just came on this past week.
Yeah.
Is it like a show?
Actually, it was for me to say it was good.
Took his shirt off and everything.
That's how, let me write that down. What is it? You know what network?
CBS.
When I tell you.
Look at Rick wants out of this show so bad.
Do they have to do a Sherlock Holmes or just Watson just happen to be his name?
Yeah,
I think it's
like
just Watson.
Holmes, I get it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing Watson. So he played and he mentions Sherlock Holmes in the show.
Can we talk about Aaron Pierre again? I didn't know we were done with him.
Can we not and say we did?
Okay, that man is. I'm just. You know what? There are just men who walk the earth, and they are just. They're women too. Like I always say, Michelle Pfeiffer must be one of the. And for the young kids who don't know who she is, look her up. But Michelle Pfeiffer has to be one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. But I've seen her in person, and that's what like elevated it. Like she's really a beautiful, beautiful woman. Another one is Iman. I don't know if y'all know who the model Iman is. That's another woman who I'm like, oh, wow, you know. But men, I'm just saying, he young though, huh? He like 30.
He's only 30. He's literally 30.
He's the one that plays Mufasa, right?
It's okay.
That's the whole Jennifer Hudson thing. When people come out to the show, they sing a song.
We're just looking. Looking.
We're just looking. What's wrong? Ooh,
it's okay to look.
What's happening here? I'm going to zero in on the clip here. Wait, you guys don't have a pass? You don't have a pass?
I'm married. I am not blind.
Mario, you gonna tell me you don't have some hot
he has
woman
a
that
hot
you
pass.
can look at and be like,
I'm good.
look at Alma's like, I ain't even, don't even. He ain't got nobody but me
Well,
now.
her hall pass came into the office, and I wouldn't let her talk to him.
I know, I remember that.
I
You lied to her. I
Horrible.
know.
Horrible. Horrible.
Horrible. Who was it again?
Morris
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 Chestnut.
Chestnut.
Morris
Chestnut. Yeah,
Chestnut.
he is fine.
He
That's
used to
right.
be a client of mine way back when at CMB, and he
Mm-hmm.
came into the office,
He called me
and I called her.
with him in
That's
there.
right.
I said hello. And I said, wait for me, I'm coming.
Quick, goodbye. Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see the jealousy. I see.
Mhm.
I like
Okay.
to talk.
Not one woman that you like if we were talking about, you might be like, oh, she's beautiful.
Uh-huh. Him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, see, all of my favorites are now seasoned, so they're like, okay, but they were beautiful. They're
I don't
still
know what that
beautiful.
means. Like, what do we do? Like,
Like Vanity, who is
oh,
deceased.
that's right. You talked about this, right? Yeah.
Vanity, who was deceased. Sheila E. I used to be like enamored. I still love Janet. I'll see you next week, Janet. And
Oh,
then,
She,
and then,
her and Beyonce, they all and what's her name, Taylor. They all need to sit down and take a rest. I'm tired of them in their concerts. But go ahead. I know
that's
Janet
all
got
right.
another one. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then nobody current, like
I don't feel like
nobody.
it's as juicy as like I mean,
Uh,
Aaron Pierre, and it was like
yeah, because see, like these young girls, like Megan Thee Stallion is too much. Glorilla is too thin. It's just
picky. It's just a fantasy. It's not for real. Look at you, like she too thin. She
right.
too much.
yeah, nah.
Putting too
But
much
like
weight on it.
no, like because if I visually look at someone and I go, ooh, damn, I just want to be like, ooh, damn.
I guess men are very visual, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so. Yeah, I'm all like Chris Hemsworth. He just seems like a good man and fine as fuck. I don't even
yeah,
too
yeah.
much
No,
around it.
Beyonce's fine though. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Beyonce is beautiful. Yeah. All right, I can
Beyonce
see.
is gorgeous. Yeah. Shout out to her for postponing her announcement so everybody, and
And then
being
somebody
considerate.
fucked it up in her camp, which was a mistake, right? They made a little mistake. Yeah.
What did they do? I missed that.
No, before. So when the fire started, she was like, I'm gonna postpone my announcement. And
Right.
then somebody accidentally posted that she would be coming. I forget where it was that she was so somebody actually posted that she would be at her concert in June somewhere, and they weren't supposed to. So she had to pull it back. It was fine. It was an accident, and I don't think the person got fired or anything. It was an accident. It wasn't like
So she was announcing a tour.
a tour. It's another tour. That's why I just said that. So everybody knows it's
Mm,
another tour. Yeah.
dang.
I'm
So
like, didn't she just finish one?
Get your
But she
money
hasn't done
together.
Cowboy
get your
Carter.
Get your money together,
get
people.
your
Yeah, it's
pennies
going.
and your pintos together, as they say.
Yeah. It is in the. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you didn't. I
No,
shouldn't
I
have
didn't
told you.
know.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
I'm
it
glad you
is.
did. Look.
Yeah, it's another tour, but she hasn't officially announced it. But that's the accident that happened. That's why everybody
So
kind
when
of
you get one of your celebrity people, I need you to give me a couple of tickets, friend.
right. I'm
Please and
working
thank
on
you.
that. Right, I'm working on that for sure. For sure. I don't ask people. First of all, let's just clear it up. These are not my friends.
You look,
These are,
you look,
Your
these are not my friends.
your
acquaintances.
acquaintances.
Your work acquaintances.
I don't take gifts from them. I don't take bonuses from them. I have very
It's not a
strict.
gift for you. It's
I
something
don't-
for me.
Hey,
So
You
this
are
is
Girl,
a
if
conduit.
you,
listen,
They're
my
coming
motto
through
is
you.
my
They're
what?
motto
coming
is
through you to
They come
bless
through.
someone else.
Go ahead, Cynthia. What's your motto?
my motto is if you hate your job, I'm going to take everything you're going to offer me. If they're going to offer me a bonus, if they're going to offer me any type of gift, I'm going to take it because
Give it to
that
me.
is my payment
Give it
for
to
me
me.
being
Put
miserable
it in there.
at that
Put it.
job.
Yes.
So it's a
Yes.
different situation. I'm a consultant. I'm not a salaried person, right? So it's a very different situation. And here's what I hear you, and I would advocate for everyone to do that. The problem in my experience has been is that when you do that in the position that I'm in, first of all, it makes it much harder to tell them no and the
yeah,
truth and for them
I
to
get that.
hear you.
Mm.
And because my job isn't I'm not saying it's any harder than anyone else's, but I'm going to say, no, you cannot take another $1 million loan today, and you cannot put that house up for collateral because your son wants a new Beamer. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid shit.
Yeah.
And no, we're not transferring one person from this office to the other because you're pissed off at, you know what I mean? Like, so it's also a kind of like, if I get something from them,
Yeah,
then
it's
it's
quid
also
pro quo.
it's quick and also it's harder for me to be mean or to be
You don't want to
truthful.
blur those lines.
I don't blur those lines. I don't go
Yeah.
out to dinner with them. Like, they just had a whole they had a New Year dinner thing. It was really like to celebrate kind of Christmas, but Christmas was just so bad, and then the fires. So and I didn't go, and everybody's like, I can't believe you don't go. You're so snobby. I'm like, good. I'm glad that's how you feel.
Let me
Because
be.
I also have to fire those people sometimes, right? I also
Yes.
have to. So it's just a different thing, and I hear you though. I think that's part of the reason why too my job gets to me is because I'm not part of the staff. I'm not part of the team. And that's by design. Because once I
Yeah.
become part of the team, it's harder for me to do my job.
Mhm.
You know what
I
I
got
mean?
you.
Yeah. And I'm a consultant. I don't work for just one person. I
But I'm
work
not a part of their team, so you can do that for me.
right. No, I absolutely. Wasn't I supposed to get you something else? I thought there was something else. What
Hey,
did
but
we?
you know that
I forgot
bonus
the
can
other thing.
help Rick. It can help Rick with his one
With
day
the one,
off.
One day.
it can put a dent in it.
In that
That's so
day.
funny. So I really don't get bonuses, and two of my clients get really upset about it. Like, when they do their bonuses for budgets, they try to put me in there, and I'll always take it out. You know what I mean? So they can budget correctly, whatever. And one of them gets so irate because he thinks it's so snooty of me. I'm like, donate it. Are you so upset? Then donate the money. Like, why are you so
My phone
upset about
number
it?
is he can
right,
Zell me your bonus.
right.
Right. Yeah. I always say to them, if you want to give me something, give me my time.
Mm.
Be respectful of me and give me my time. And the reason why that's important is because the fights I have with my clients are so intense sometimes, right? Like, and I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying part of what ends up happening is I have to argue with people, or argue with the wives, or argue with the executive director, or
Not the
argue with the
wives.
producer. Child.
You have no idea. The wives
Mario
are the
has a
worst
taste of it
ones.
because I ended up leaving brand new school, and that's where I learned my lesson. Now, brand new
Yeah.
school, I was a salaried employee, I was a partner, and I had a percentage or whatever. And even at that point, after I helped build that company along with other people there from the beginning, it ended up being a really bad and horrible situation, and I quit on the spot.
Yeah.
I quit
Wives,
on the
but
spot and
sometimes
walked away.
wives are the problem sometimes because when I was there, I would have wives come in and just take out wads of cash, and it just used to drive us insane. And
Mhm.
then you would come in and like one of these celebrities, I won't even say, but she
Yeah.
she just came in off the street and said, "Oh, I need $200,000 cash,
Mhm.
please. I'm going to pick up this."
I love
Like what? Like we got to get that together, and put it in her purse and walked out. And they were
Yep.
like, can we at least get you to the car? Because we don't want you getting robbed right
Mhm.
here on site. At least get down the street.
Mhm.
It's some of the
Or
entitled
it's
stuff.
the kind of how do you say it? They think they're being so smart, and it's not just wives, it's spouses. I should say spouses, right?
Spouses.
But they
Yes.
think that, like, I don't work for you, spouse.
Yes.
I work for him.
Right.
Don't put me in the middle, because you're gonna put me in the middle. I'm gonna say something, and that's what ends up
Yep.
happening, right? So it is
Yep.
kind of that thing, like, you know what, Carmen? I did speak to so and so, husband, and he said I could take out the $10,000, but it's not on my credit card. Could you just increase the credit card for me? No,
Mm-mm.
no, I
Mm-mm.
cannot. No, I cannot increase. And he did not tell me that. And when
Right.
did I become your cushion? Go to your
Nope.
ATM, go to the bank and pick it up. Like, I'm not
Right.
your assistant. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's this, and it's slimy. It's like they don't want to have the conversation
Mhm.
with the husband. They don't want it. They just want you to do it. And here's the funny part. After all is said and done, they're gonna get what they want. They always gonna get what they want. They ain't getting it from me. but they
Right.
always gonna get their want. And the husband in this situation is always pretending, I'm sick of her. She spends too much money. We need to put limits on it. I'm sorry. Am I a therapist? I am not your therapist. Go tell your wife what you telling all of us. There's like 8 people in the room.
No.
Go talk to your wife. But no, I'm telling you, rich people are the most miserable people I've ever met. In my experience, most of the rich people that I have worked for, I'm going to say all of the rich people I've ever worked for, all of them, I would not trade my life for theirs. Not
Wow.
one.
Wow. Not
Now
even for
that
about 30
says a
minutes.
lot.
Not even for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. Just let me get a hold of your checkbook for 30, 35
No, I
minutes.
mean,
You can
do
do some
do I
work.
want a windfall, like a windfall of money that belongs to me? Like, let's say I won the lottery. Okay, that's different. That's a different thing.
Right.
But I think, look, I'm going to bring up Michelle Obama because it's such a good quote. You know, she talked about the presidency. The presidency does not, and I'm going to mess up the quote, but she said the presidency doesn't make you a better person. It reveals who you are.
Who
It's a
you
much
are.
better quote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to make you a different person or a better person. It's going to reveal who you actually are. And whether it's people who have old money, because y'all know I worked for people who had old oil money, worst people I've ever met in my entire life. Seriously, worst people. And I've had 2 families, old oil money. Worst, the children, the worst people I've ever met in my entire life. And then other people who like made it on their own, or it's Hollywood money, or that was inherited or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Still, there is not an amount of joy that I can tell you that comes from that kind of money. Because if you're not all right already without it, you're not going to be all right with it.
Now listen, you better say that for the people in the back, because that's the
Right?
truth.
It's
That's
true.
the truth.
I think poor people or regular people, hardworking people, middle-class people, yes, we have struggles, and there's no doubt. I know the struggle, especially is always with paying the bills and the money and the emotional attachment to money, and it sucks. And I'm not saying that having money wouldn't be a better alternative for most of us so that we don't have to be so stressed. But there is joy in understanding that joy doesn't come from money. So your kid has a birthday and they smile because you got them the right cake or something.
Yes.
All that stuff is all that little nuancey stuff you don't see that. Now, I'm not all in their intimate moments or anything, but I'm just saying you can feel it, right? And the fights are stupid. They're always about
But see, wealth and financial freedom are 2 different things. You understand what I'm saying? So financial freedom is great, but that doesn't mean you're super wealthy either. And I think that the super wealthy are the ones who misbehave. I think the people who are financially free, they have the freedom to be joyful in their lives and not worry about the money. But then if you, like you said, if you have issues, those issues are going to be there no matter what. If you're not happy at home, you're still not going to be happy at home financially free. If you're wealthy, you just throw more money at it, thinking that's going to fix the problem, and that doesn't make you happy either. So I get it, but speak on it.
You know, like you said, it's just I completely agree with what you said. It's just going to reveal your heart. You know, it does. It reveals your heart. But just like we were talking about, you know, situations when you're in a hard spot, it also reveals your character. How are you going to
That's
handle it?
right. How you handle things when things are tough.
You know, so you know, so it's just you know, all of these things. So, you know, just pay
And
attention.
yeah, and
I would
look,
say
I'm not
just pay
saying money is
attention.
bad. Yeah, I'm not saying money
Yeah,
is bad. I think money doesn't have to be a thing, but money is not good. Money is just money. It's just a thing. It's like my
exactly.
life doesn't revolve around whether or not my
Exactly.
microwave works or not. It's the same thing
Exactly.
with money. Whether I have money in my account or I don't have money in my account, I can still find joy and happiness, sadness, or whatever. But for some reason, there is some weird mentality that happens that when you have money, somehow now you have a certain amount of power that you didn't have before, and it's such a fake power.
Yeah.
Having money and equating that to power is problematic. That is the one thing I have learned. That is not real. I'm telling you right now, and I'm gonna lose all my jobs on Monday. But here's the thing.
Oh Lord.
Say,
Oh Lord. Before you say it, don't say it.
here's the thing. Like, I think part of the reason why I'm so good at my job is because I don't give a shit about their money. I tell them the truth anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where we have issues. But it's also for me like this is 30 years. I'm done. Like, I'm tired, So I'm hoping to make it change because I don't think it's healthy for me either. I don't want to be that person, to constantly be the person that you go to ask how to live your life. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. So that's what my goals in 2025 is, to make a change.
I think for me, like, even when I think about what would I do if I did get a windfall of money, my thoughts always go to, okay, yes, financial freedom. You want to pay off all your bills. You want to be debt free. But then I always go to, what do I want to do for my community?
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing that I really want to do? And like where the community where my school is now, they really need a community center.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh, that would be nice.
they really need a place for our kids, Black and brown kids, to go, to congregate, to have positive things for them, learn how to swim. Not just the
Right.
basketball and you need to learn how to swim. Learn how to swim, just all of these different things. Those are the things that I dream about when I think about, okay, what would I do with that
A
money?
windfall of money.
For the windfall of money. That's my one thing. I'm building a community center. You
See, that
know,
would be nice. Mm-hmm.
So for seniors, for kids, for just different things that are needed. For you know, um, people who are about to have families. Just all of these things that are needed that can happen at a community center. That are lacking in that community. So
Yeah.
those are the things that I think about. But not everyone thinks that way. And then I would travel.
Oh
That's the
yeah.
other thing.
I'm setting it up and then I'm out.
Exactly. You know.
Cynthia,
But
what would you do? Cynthia, what would you do?
Let's see. Well, the only thing I really want is just to pay off my bills and have a house. That's it. The rest of the money can go to whoever. Honestly, like, yeah.
Your cousin Carmen? Your cousin Carmen? No.
That's
Rick, what
all
would
I
you
want.
do? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Cynthia. I didn't know if you were done or not.
No, no, no. That's it. That's all I want is my house.
I don't know why
Rick
I'm
would
freezing, but I am.
Rick would give himself a week.
I was thinking to
He's
myself,
gonna hire Carmen.
I was like, if
Oh my
Carmen wins the lottery, I'm gonna be like, I love this for us.
I
Uh,
love this for us. We
Oh my
we are rich. We are so rich.
God.
Where are we going?
I know, but Rick, what would you want to do though?
I think we talked about this not too
Yes,
long
we talk
ago.
about it again. Let's dream. Let's dream a happy dream.
Yeah, I think
Let's put it to the universe.
Yes.
say it
Visualize,
again.
visualize.
I'll say it again. I, enjoy the last years of my mom as fun as I can. Bring her to Portugal if that's where she wants to go. Bring her wherever she want to go. See every relative she wants to see. And gossip about. No, just kidding. But yeah.
There you
Simple
go.
man.
What
Simple.
about spending time with your son? Would you take him somewhere or?
Oh, of course, yeah. He definitely wants to go places. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. See?
He'll be around for a while, so I'm talking about my mom. I don't know how long she's gonna be here. So
Yeah, I know.
enjoy while I
Well, take
can.
him with you when you take him out. How about that?
Maybe he
Sounds
don't want to. Maybe he's
He better
suddenly
go.
saying
He
like,
better go. No, just
maybe he's suddenly like, I'm just gonna travel and take my mom somewhere. Maybe he gonna go
No,
on a
but see,
little.
this is what you do. You take your son so that way he can stay with your mom a couple of days and you can
No,
go
he
and
got
have
a nurse. He
fun.
got a nurse. He can afford to take
His
someone.
son's
he'll
a
have a
doctor.
nurse.
Huh?
His son's a doctor.
Yeah, but you can hire somebody else to take care of
That's
your mom.
okay. He can spend time with his grandmother.
Wow. Okay.
His son's a doctor. He's a doctor.
and he's
Damn,
actually
I'm
used
just.
to it. He's actually used to it because his mom, both of her parents, same exact thing, the dementia.
Wow.
He's so he's
See, you all need
oh,
nurses. Y'all need nurses for your parents. And you could still spend time with them, but you don't have to take care of them. You know what I mean? Like you could just spend time with them. Cynthia, you mean. I hope you do spend the money. Shoot. It's gonna be all these restrictions and shit. All these things you gotta do. Nah. Everybody knows my rule. If I win a windfall of money, let's just say the lottery, anybody who asks me for money ain't getting any. That's rule number one. That's the first rule. It's true. That's the first rule. Don't even come to me. The minute
So
I
I'm
know
asking you now before you win. So that was it's already out there.
I'm on the list before, right, Carmen?
This
No,
was before.
you know what you do? You know what you do? You say, well, I have to have a meeting first with the family.
Oh,
Right.
you're so mean, okay? Because you know people
No,
might
see
be
us, the
watching. You know?
family, right
This is the
here, us.
family.
Right. The
It's the
family here,
family.
right. Oh, right. I get what you mean. Um, look, I don't even want a lot of money. I just want to. This is the thing that people don't understand, and I'm not bringing up politics. I'm just saying things like I get upset when like people like Elon Musk take credit for things that he actually did not create, but instead he bought. And this is a thing that I see also in the wealthy families I've worked with. It's like it's not that you don't work hard, it's that you've always had the ability to throw money at something, and if it failed, you still had a roof over your head, you still had food on the table, you still had all your bills paid. There was no consequences for you trying things. And so that's what Elon Musk did at the beginning. He was born into wealth and he kept throwing money at things that people keep thinking he created Tesla and he created all these things. He did not. But if I had a lot of money growing up and I could be throwing money at things, some things would fail, but I'd still be okay. And then some things would be successful. And I think that's the difference that people don't understand about wealth is that when you are born into money or you have a substantial amount of money or you have the means of the networks, right? To even get loans from banks pretty easily. And, you have, all the right people that are venture capitalists or whatever. When you have all these people in your life and you can turn around and say, hey, can you give me $100,000? I want to try to do A, B, C, and D. And then you fail at it. You still have your money, your friends, your connections to be okay. Most people in the United States, I'm saying most people, and I'm not just talking about Black people, I'm talking about regular, hardworking people do not have that kind of access. We don't have the ability to fail and still be okay. So if I take out a loan and I fail at my venture, not only do I end up having to pay that bill back always, but I have no other way to make money except to go work another 40-hour-a-week job somewhere.
Yeah.
And people, I cannot tell you how much wealthy people or people in kind of a world where they grew up with privilege do not understand that. They don't get it. I wanted to mention something to you. Do you guys remember yesterday? I watched this when I was saying, you guys were saying 703, and I could not understand what was going on. I'll
Yes.
tell you what's really funny, because you guys are on your phone and Cynthia's on her tablet. What you guys don't realize is that Rick is actually giving me an update time-wise every time. So that's why I was confused why you guys didn't know that I knew.
Oh
But
no, I
you
see it on
said,
mine. It pops up on
like he
mine.
did it just now.
No,
Huh?
it doesn't pop up on ours.
Right. Well, it's probably too small, but he'll keep sending me a notice or whatever. I don't know why he had to do it 8 minutes before the hour, but whatever. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Rick. No, I just don't know how to tell you I've seen it without actually mentioning I've seen it. But
Well, now that I know. So
no, but it's so
do it
funny because I was
again.
listening to that part of that last night and I was cracking up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a moron. And I'm not going to delete it because it's funny, but I am a fool. I look like a fool and I never delete those parts, to be fair. But yeah, I think it's really important. I think that's the one thing I've learned about wealth is that it money does not make you happy or sad. Money is just money. And then the other thing is that it's hard for people who grow up in privilege of an ability to get money all the time and try things and to understand what hardworking people go through every day. They don't understand the ramifications of taking out a loan, trying to start a business and failing at that business. you're not going to get another chance for like 10, 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I know, I'm sure you guys know people who tried to start a restaurant and they put every little scrap of money together and they sold stuff or whatever, and then they did the restaurant and it failed.
Yeah.
And then they go back to, housekeeping or whatever it is they have to do to make ends meet, waitressing or whatever. And it's like people don't understand that's what most Americans deal with on a regular basis. That's
for sure.
Yeah, it's true. So when you're rich and you fail, don't matter.
They fail up.
Fail up. Ooh.
I remember heard this. I don't know who said it.
That's a strong saying. Fail
I
up.
don't know.
I'm sorry,
I
Rick.
don't know who said this, and the first time I think I heard it, I was too young to grasp it at all. Because I thought, what kind of new age crap is this thing? I thought, what? It said, wherever you go, there you are. I'm like, huh? That's like, if you go to the favorite place in the world and you move there and you live there, you're still you. If you win $1 million, you're still you. If you get popularity and famous, you're still you.
Yep.
So yeah,
that's true.
Yep. You take you wherever you go.
Well, it's kind of a downer. Let's talk about good stuff. It's not a downer. No,
the other show I forgot to mention.
I keep trying to explain this to people because it does get me upset when people start giving Elon Musk or other wealthy people this kind of credit. And I'm not saying that people don't get credit I'm not saying wealthy people are bad. And I'm not saying there aren't some great wealthy people out there who've done some great stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, have some compassion for people who work really hard and don't have the chances that you have, no matter what level we're at. Me too. Like, it doesn't matter. We all know somebody who is struggling worse than we are. Doesn't matter what level you're at. You know what I mean? And so have that ability to have empathy and compassion. And I don't think people like Elon Musk, I'm using Elon Musk as kind of an overall like figure of wealthy people. Okay, for a reason, like I mentioned my own clients, but it's kind of that same thing. Have empathy for other people, have compassion, have some sort of understanding. I don't know how you get it. I don't know how you get it when you grow up like that, because I don't get it. But
I've always thought too, like, there comes a point where you got to kind of say, why do you need that much money? What you gonna do with all that money, knowing there's people suffering in the world?
How do you live with yourself knowing that the other people are? I mean, I know why people want more money. I do get it because I see it. They want it because they think it gives them power. Power isn't always bad, but people get confused. That's why I call it fake power. I'm gonna get fired on Monday. I tell them all the time, keep using your fake power because that ain't shit. That don't mean nothing to me. But but that's what it is. I know. But it's just true. It's just true. It's like this weird idea that you think you have so much power because you paying people to work for you. You confused. It's 2025.
Monday, Carmen, can you come in and have a seat? We need to have a conversation.
You know what it is? I expect better from people, and I've kind of had it. Like, I expect people to be better than what they used to be. It's the smallest thing. If you have that amount of money and education, you bought your education, but whatever, you have your education, you're worldly, you have all this access. I expect you to be better than what I see people be.
I have a good antidote. Is Mr. Tyler Perry? He talks about his son. He says his son had a fit one day about flying on commercial, and so he said, "You're not rich. I'm rich." He said, "So from now on, he flies in C-37C in economy." No, that's what he says with his mom. He says, "I don't put him in first class. He sits in economy and travels economy like everybody else. You have to stand in line like everybody else." He's like, he's like, "I didn't grow up with that money." He said, "Yeah, he's a billionaire now. So what?" He said, "But I'm a billionaire. But you're still gonna have to have the work ethic of a true working person." I give him props for that. And you see his money go back into the community all the time. So he's one of the he's a rare bird in that sea where I can see where he puts his money where his mouth is.
Even somebody
So
like Warren Buffett, I've always respected
yeah,
Warren Buffett because, I mean, his kids will never want for anything, but and his kids are older than we are, right? But
right.
but he always had that thing where he's like, but they are he lives in the same house he grew up in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and his son is like a farmer, like an actual farmer, and they
yeah.
have to give back. And so how do you instill, because I would assume as parents, you guys are all parents, I'm not, you always want to give your kids as much as possible because you didn't have as much, maybe, or you want to make sure they don't want for nothing. It must be a hard thing to decide.
You know, growing up the way that I did, my parents immigrated here, and I started going to work with my mom when I was 11. The work ethic is definitely different. The kids
Mm.
coming up today, they don't truly have a good work ethic unless they truly have working parents that are, instilling that in them. One of the things that I always I knew that she wasn't going to go and be working at 11 years old. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What we did do is we always instilled in her that she always had to give back. So at 6 years old, she was volunteering, and
Right.
we were volunteering with her. So
So
it
she would
wasn't
understand work. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And when you start something, you finish it. We never
completely.
allowed her to quit anything halfway. So if you started soccer and you hate it, guess what? I don't care. We already bought the uniform, the cleats, the everything. You're going to finish the
Whole
whole
season.
season,
Yep.
and you're going to get your participatory trophy at the end. Okay? It's like,
I love
so it was one of those things where like, no, if you start something, you finish it and you do it well. Don't don't
Half
phone it
acid.
in, don't
Nope.
half-ass it, don't you do it well to the best of your ability. And when you're done, you're done. If you don't ever want to pick it up again, then you don't have to.
But I think that's the difference with, and I, forgive me, I know you guys have trust funds and stuff, but let me just tell you what the difference is. You're actually raising your children. You see
Yeah.
the difference? Like, again, no shade on rich people and having nannies or whatever, but I think that's part of the separation is you can't instill morals and character into your children if the first thing you're doing is not even spending that much time with them. You know,
Mhm.
I have families that I worked for before. Each they have 4 kids. Each one of the 4 kids had their own separate nanny. Each one of the let me say that again. Of the 4 kids had their own nanny.
That's crazy.
And I mean, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And it was
Mhm.
like the weird to me, I was like, okay, I understand what you're trying to do so that they have the attention they need. And maybe 4 is too much for one mother. I'm confused. You know, like, what do you do?
Mhm.
And then when they got older, because this has been years ago, I mean, I don't stay in touch with them, but I follow a couple. I don't follow them, but I know who they are on Instagram. And 2 of these kids are miserable kids, miserable kids. The other one's a drug addict. I'm like, of course they
Um,
only one of them graduated from college, and I don't know if she's decent or whatever, but she always showing way too much. But then I think I'm just being too old. But she's a little slutty, on her Instagram and everything. And I'm like, ta-da! Like all
right,
Yeah.
this money, and this is what you end up with. These
Yeah.
poor
right.
children. And I don't understand why you think it would turn out any differently. Why would
Yeah,
it would turn
I
out any
remember
differently?
school because I've always been an observer. I'm always observing everything, everybody, and I could always tell which kids came from money because
Mhm.
their attitude was different. They treated people different. You were
yep.
beneath them, whatever. But I'll never forget there was this one girl, and I think she was richer than all of them. She was an anomaly. Very nice to everybody. Didn't look down on nobody. And she even said one day she was, "Oh, I've never worn the same outfit twice." I'm like, "Dang, never, never, ever,
Never ever.
like really?" So, but she was the one. You are an anomaly. Everybody else, all
Mhm.
jerks. Most.
Mhm.
It's interesting.
Yep. Mhm. Mhm.
It's just good to be poor. That's all I'm trying to say. I wouldn't want to be rich anyways. Nah. I
I mean, you can talk to a homeless person and they're happier than a millionaire.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a tough time. It's just a
Mhm.
tough
Mhm.
as human beings, we are just complicated individuals. I have to say, it's very complicated.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember. I think it was last week I saw something
But
about
you got
homeless
to.
people. Homeless people, like the rich people won't give nothing to them. It's the people that are also broke or middle class. They will give, but the rich people they won't do it. It's like really, or I've
Yeah.
seen people be like, "Hey man, I'm really hungry. Can I have part of your sandwich?" Sure, no hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah.
None.
Because they know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's the
just
truth.
what?
I said that was true. I like your jacket, by the way, Carmen.
My jacket.
Your
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 your sweater.
your sweater.
But
Your sweater.
Hoodie? Is it a hoodie?
It's
it's a hoodie.
it's
With print.
yes, it's your
Prince.
sweater.
That's
Yes.
the artist
Love
formerly
for
known
one
as.
another.
I love that.
Oh yeah, I got it at Paisley Park. If you're ever in Minnesota,
Well, one of my best friends lives there. She lives in Mankato.
Minneapolis. What?
My best friend lives in Mankato, Minnesota.
Oh wow. Yeah,
So
I had to go there for work and I was like, man, Paisley Park. I was like, absolutely, I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go for the conference call. No problem. I would be there to represent. I got you. Yeah, I have to have another totally. And I went like I only had to be there for like 2 days. I was there for like a week because I spent most of the time like making sure I could dress up and go for the whole day. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I have so much. It was years ago. Right after he died, I went.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was not a good idea, actually. I'd like to go back, but I shouldn't have gone right after he died. Like, have you guys been yet to Paisley Park?
No, not yet.
Let me
But
tell you. I'm gonna tell you something that they're gonna tell you when you go on the tour. When you
what?
walk into the building, you walk because it's his house, right? It's his
Yeah.
house. It's like a museum. It's beautiful. But you walk in or whatever, and they gather you in, and they're like telling you a little bit about Prince, blah blah. And you see doves, like they have live doves, like it's kind of like caged, but not really. But it's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like something that Prince always wanted was, for his ashes to be interred here. And so they're right there. And everybody was like, but they
Oh
wanted to get
no.
it out of the way right at the beginning of the tour because so his ashes are like in the, I don't want to, it's not a living room. It's huge. It's this huge.
Foyer, maybe.
It's a
It's
great
not even a
room.
Great room.
room. It's a
It's
huge
a
room.
great room.
Great room.
It's a great room, and then there's all these other rooms you go into to see,
Mhm.
and he has an actual dining, like a diner setup, like an actual diner is where he would eat and write music, and that's where he sat with like Madonna, and it's just so cool because you see it, but it's like a diner, so like there's like the counters and the
Right.
And the booths.
it's so
Mhm.
cool. But right above that is where, and it's just, I mean, we're all bawling. I'm like, okay, this was bad, but we got it out of the way. So it was, but now you guys know. So it was just
Okay.
weird, right? But yeah, I mean, I didn't, you saw him in concert. I didn't get to see him in
Yes.
concert.
Multiple
So that
times.
sucks on my, you know what I mean? Like I never saw him in concert.
Yeah. Multiple times. It's amazing.
All right, whatever. I
Yes,
went
I'm rubbing it in your face.
whatever. I went to his house and I saw all the stages and everywhere he created art. Okay, where he created
Okay.
everything. Now he has a sound stage, a film stage. I mean, it's not a house. This is huge, but it's his house.
Yeah. Well, he
So
did Graffiti Bridge all in Paisley Park.
everything, yes.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, when I say a studio, I mean like as huge studio sets. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
And people would go. He would have parties all the time. He would. I mean, just the stories, but.
Yeah. Concerts, all that
I
good
wear
stuff.
this pretty often, don't I, guys? I wear this pretty
Mm.
often. I
Mhm.
guess you've never seen it because maybe I had it like that. I don't know.
Probably.
I wear it pretty often. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised that you just noticed it because you saw that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably seen the sweater, but just wasn't paying attention, maybe.
Yeah. Every time I wear it now, though, I'll think of you.
I think it's because we were looking at the hair.
Yeah, we're always looking at the hair. The hair looks fantastic.
You know what? It's not looking fantastic no more. I'm done with it again. Now I'm changing every day now. I think I got to go back to brown hair. Because look, it's growing in now brown again.
You just want her hair to be like Storm from
Oh,
X-Men.
she
I
wants to be
want to do
Storm.
they're all gray, or
It's
I just
not.
need it to be one color, and it's not. It's so I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm having issues because look at it's all now brown and black in here.
So it's not your hair said, I don't want to be gray.
It's all gray right here, though. Look at all that.
Well,
Ugh.
that's me. I just have gray literally just right around the
The
edges.
temples,
That's
yeah.
it. Just the temples. And everything
Same.
else is, even though I want to be,
Look at Cynthia. You need to stop.
but
You got
no.
to be in this conversation. Like,
I
me
have grays.
too. Me too. A little bit of
How
gray.
many? 4?
Like 4?
A little bit of gray.
Yeah.
Um, Look at I know it's such a stupid thing to be obsessed about, but I am. I don't know, that's my thing. I don't know why it bothers me so much. I'm trying to just go with it, but now that it's growing in brown, I'm like, I thought it would grow in gray. You know what I mean? Like,
Your hair said, ha ha.
I don't know
I
how
just
to.
embraced mine because people were like, "Are you gonna dye it?" No, I like it.
Oh, but that's what I'm trying not to do is
Okay.
not dye
Yeah,
it, but I
it's just
couldn't
been
deal
good.
with but yours looks silky and nice. Mine is stark, Look at Melanie.
Melanie.
Nah, Melanie, I thought you had to go. Aren't you busy? You have to go home, Melanie. Look at
Don't
her.
go, Melanie. Don't
Oh,
go.
yeah. She's so yeah, look at I think it's so frivolous and stupid, so I get mad at myself for being so upset about it, but I really don't like looking at myself. Like I'm touching my hair the whole time I'm here because I can see it and I see the whiteness and but
We all have things we don't like about ourselves, but we have to embrace them and love ourselves for who we are. You know.
okay,
But
Michelle
listen,
Obama.
I have total body dysmorphia. I'm gonna be very
What do
honest with
you mean
you.
body dysmorphia?
I have total body dysmorphia. I
I don't even
still
know what
see,
that means, dysmorphia. It means you don't
meaning
look at your body right.
I see myself larger than what I am. And I keep telling myself, dang, I need to do more. I need to do more. I'm almost like, you need help because you're fine. And so, but that's a thing. So it truly is a thing.
Are
And
you
when I
getting
look at,
help though?
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. For sure.
But why do you think so that's the whole problem is you're seeing something that's not really there.
That's not really there for
Mhm.
sure. Because I've been heavy for so long that I still see myself as heavy. And I'm like, I was like, you're not heavy anymore. I'm like, but I feel like I am.
I'm not trying to make fun of your situation, but in my head, I'm like, I think I have the opposite problem. I keep thinking I can fit into those size 10s. It's like, let me just grab I'm the opposite problem. Like, size 10s are like, yeah, bitch, no.
No.
You
You
No.
know, when I
tried
grew
it.
up, I was bone thin, like skeletons. Like if you saw pictures, you'd be like, you ain't got no meat on you at all. So always, all my life, I was like, you the skinny kid, you skinny, skinny, skinny. And then 22 hit. That was the end of that. And then as you know, I lost weight a few years ago now, that 40 pounds, whatever. And even
Mhm.
then, when I was saying to myself, yeah, you the skinny guy. Then my mirror saying to me, have you looked at me lately? Nope.
See? Right.
But in my head, I kept saying, "But you the skinny kid." No, no, you're not no more.
Right.
I think
So
we've all gotten a bit of bullshittery regarding what beauty is, what size is, what
mhm.
like what normal is, and I have always had an issue with BMI, which is
I
that
hate that.
body
I
mass
hate it.
index,
I
right?
hate that. Please don't bring that up. It just
Well, no, the
irritates
reason
me.
I'm bringing it up, well,
Oh,
here's all you need to know. Michael Jordan and Serena Williams are considered obese if they go by the BMI index. So once you know that, you realize it's
Listen, some doctors even think that BMI is bullshit.
that
it's
part.
just a formula because it's based on one certain group of people, as always, just like all medicine is. It's always based on white men. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Mhm.
so anybody else is off the charts. But even when I was at my most fit, and I'm talking about like when I was like 16, 17 years old, right? Like even then my BMI was off and I was considered overweight. I have never been overweight back then, you know what I mean? Or even recently. And so it's one of those things that has helped us become I'm not saying with the same situation you have, Mari, but we're all confused as to what beauty. That's why you got to really feel comfortable with your own body and feel really,
For sure.
know what
For
works.
sure.
Like I know for me what my perfect weight is, and it is not what the weight is that you would be if you're 5'4", you know? So my perfect
No.
weight is 148, but if you're 148 and 5'4", you're teetering on the BMI overweight thing. You know what I mean? Which is
That's
weird
crazy.
because it's extremely healthy. And
Yeah.
that, you know, especially if you're muscular as I used to be, I can't even claim that now because I'm like, it happened. but I used to love saying, I'm big boned. Remember when people used to say that all the time? So cute, I'm big boned. But we said that because we had to come up with a way to be okay with who we are because we've been infused with all this crapola. I mean, that's what that whole Barbie movie was about, basically, which is kind of the irony that Barbie, the movie, was really about all of that. Barbie.
Exactly.
And a lot of these clothing companies are now making their clothes a little smaller. So they're making you think that you're bigger than what you really are because you have to get a bigger size. But it's because they're making their clothes smaller.
Are they really? I
Yeah,
can't
they
believe they're
are.
making them bigger. Really?
No, because if you even when you're looking for clothes, it'll say true to size or it runs smaller than the actual. If you read the description, it say this outfit, these pants run smaller than the actual size, or these fit true to size, or these pants run larger than the actual size. You actually have to look in the description now, which is crazy.
See, I've always stuck to my so I always buy the same clothes, basically the same brands. And so I get annoyed because I'll go buy something like so I wear Gap t-shirts all the time. I must have 100 Gap t-shirts and they're mostly all black or gray or dark green. Like there's no in between, you know what I mean? After COVID, there was just no point.
No pink.
I don't wear a lot of colors, no.
Oh,
got him in.
Maybe burgundy once in a while. It's just not my thing.
She
I am the color. Okay, I am the color.
He said, Carmen.
Carmen, yeah.
¿Qué te pasa?
No, I just don't love colors. I mean, if I might wear like maroon is my favorite color, but I don't even like wearing that. But my point is like whenever I go to the Gap, their t-shirts are always, even though they're the same t-shirts, they're all different because they get them made in different countries all the time.
Yeah.
So like I know if these ones are made in Indonesia, I get a large. But if these ones are made in wherever the other places are, I have to get a medium. And that's still the Gap t-shirts.
The fact that you know that though.
I know, it's so sad. It's because I have so many of them. It's because I have so many of them.
She's like, where is it made? Oh, this is Indonesia.
Because
this
it's the
is
same. It's
Taiwan. This is China.
and they're made in different places, and it depends where the batches are coming from. That's why I can't order them online, right? Because I have to see where they're from to get the right size.
Saying, do you have this in medium large?
I'm listening and I'm not judging.
You know what? That's kind of cruel to say, but it's fucking funny as shit. I love it. I'm listening, but I'm not.
You know what I hate? When I'm going to buy
unisex fucking clothing. I hate that.
Yeah,
too.
yes, I hate it. But I hate when you go to like a plus size store and you go to find just a regular t-shirt and instead of it going like this way, why is it that they think if you're going to get a bigger size it has to go this way?
Oh yeah.
Like the shirt is short and it goes and it's wide.
I need to cover my butt, people. My ass needs
We
to be
cover
covered.
the fupas.
Exactly.
I have
that
a
needs to be
clip of the
covered
fupa from last week and I didn't post it. I did do a clip of the fupa.
But I hate that.
Oh, you want it longer. You want the
I want it longer, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, how did we get into this conversation? I want my abs back, and they're never coming back because I'm not doing sit-ups. I've never done sit-ups in my life, and I don't want to do them now. I really don't want to do them now. Yeah, so.
All right. About burning the fat, though, not really so you could do sit-ups all day long, but if you don't do something to get rid of your fat, you ain't gonna see your abs. They're there, but you ain't gonna see them because you got to get rid of them.
Thank you, Rat Rick. I'm saying, like, this is very true, but it's not. Here's the thing: visceral fat, when you are over the age of 50, is very different from the fat that you're talking about. So, visceral fat is something you actually have to work at to get rid of, or you can do other different things, which is like the new injections, all these other things. But visceral fat, especially on women around the belly, is very unhealthy. I am the queen of learning shit that deals with my body. So I'm messing with you, but I'm not, because you do want to do sit-ups because you want to have a strong core.
Or
When
Yeah,
I say
core.
sit-ups, you want to do plank, you want to do, I'm not saying like these ones that hurt your back. You want to be able to do things that give you a strength in your core, because when you do that, it helps your back, your lower back, it helps your legs. You get stronger legs that way. So when I'm complaining about my abs, it's because I know how it affects my entire body, you know? But the visceral fat that's there, that's part of a genetic thing. It's also about getting older, and especially for women. And sorry for all you women who had kids, because y'all piss me off. It's even harder when you have children. So, in other words, my doctor is basically telling me, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Was the underlying tone. But I think there's also these misconceptions, right? You can't spot train. You're right, Rick. You can't spot train, and it is about diet, but you do have to have strength in your core in order to. This is why people have back pain, have all these, because we don't have a strong core. I used to be able to do a 4-minute plank, easy. I can't even do a minute plank right now. It pisses me off. I used to do a 4-minute plank. I'm talking.
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You a bad mofo low down.
I was long time. Oh, Cynthia, you came with us when we went to work out with Pete in the group, didn't you? When you were
Oh
here,
yeah.
we all would work
Cynthia,
out.
did you do a 4 minute plank too?
No, I can't even do a 5-second one.
But you worked out with us that day.
I did work out. It was more cardio stuff
Yeah,
that we did.
yeah, because we were at the
It
beach.
was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that was 3 times a week, not at the beach, but we would then do the stairs. I used to train with him personally. Oh, the good old days. I just felt more fit.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta jump off here now and try to do a plank. It's gonna suck. We're gonna time me. Oh man.
Okay, get over there in the corner. Let's go.
right
Let's
there,
do it.
right there,
Go in the
Right.
back.
Go ahead, do it.
Go right now. Let's see it. Let's see it.
We'll time you.
right behind
I
you.
am not gonna do a
This
plank
would make great.
on
This would
here.
make great TV. Come on, let's do it right now.
Hell to the no. I'm here in my underwear. No, I'm just kidding.
The next TikTok is gonna be on the floor, and you're gonna put the phone in front of you. You know what pisses me off as I do this plank?
I will do a plank when I'm ready, but I can't do that today. Lord Jesus. It would be so embarrassing. It would take me longer to just get on the floor than try to do it.
You see me over here?
Oh Lord. No, I'm trying to do it though. I could probably do a minute. I could probably still do a minute, but I'd be shaking though. I'd be shaking.
Yeah, that's probably about where I am. I do a plank, but I'm shaking, boy. My
You
arms
know,
are shaking.
somebody I was watching something on ARP where they have like workouts or whatever, and like they're like, all right, and put one hand up, one leg back. And I was like, okay, let me try that. And I'm like, oh my God. What is happening? Like, why?
No, I saw somebody in the gym doing that. I was like, oh, that looks really nice. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
It's just so demoralizing. I think I just have to get over it. I just have to get over it because I'm just not what I used to be, but I can be there again. I don't know, I guess. I just want to
Take
be
the
healthy.
word.
I want to be healthy, right? I want to be
Yeah,
healthy.
yeah.
And I think that's the struggle. How do you get there? You know?
I just for me, it's now becoming consistent, and that's been the thing for me. Is the last few months is just me being committed to being consistent. I'm like, I try to get in the gym now 4 days a week, but if I don't,
I
I
hate the
feel
gym. I don't know how you do it. Good for you. It's so good.
no, but see, again, I don't go to the gym all 4 days. I switch it up because I hate seeing those same people every day, and then I also switch up the time, and then I here we go. I go to Disneyland, so I walk around just to do something different.
Right.
Just because I get bored, so I have to find something different to do. Now I'm thinking about tackling the Culver City stairs for the first time, but I don't know how far I'm gonna go. So, but we'll
I used to do the
see.
stairs all the time, not the Culver City ones, but the Santa Monica ones. We would run
Yeah.
up and down those all the time. And when I say run, I never really ran up and down them, but going up
No,
and
I ain't running nowhere, but to the bathroom. That's where I will run to. But everywhere else, I ain't
Rock.
running.
Ay, ay, ay.
too much info. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
All
But
right. Well,
no,
what's our homework then? Are we all going to try to do a plank before next time?
I'll do one. I'll work on doing one tonight. I'm not gonna record it though, but I'll try doing one.
Yeah, I'll do one. I don't know if I mean, I could bet money and do a minute. That's easy. That one's easy. I don't think a minute would be that hard for me at all.
Cynthia, what are we doing?
Because you said it won't be a plank.
It won't be a blank.
No, we're just, yeah, no.
I'll walk in place. I'll do
It's a
There
some
we
plank
go.
weights.
walk.
Okay, there we go.
I
I'll join
even have
you.
a little treadmill I bought, and I don't even use it. I was going to show it to you, but I have to take the
Oh, the
camera.
one of those
Is
flat
it a
ones.
TikTok? Is it a TikTok treadmill?
I didn't get
The
it from
one that
TikTok.
goes under your desk?
Yeah, I would. I don't. No. I mean, I guess it could be under your desk, but I wouldn't use it. Here, I'll show it to you. I'm just gonna mess it up here for a minute. Oh, see it?
Oh,
Janae has that.
yeah.
Oh, and see, and I just bought my air thing because of the fires. That's an air
Purifier.
purifier.
I got
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah. I don't love that. I don't love it. It's
Is
not.
it not long? Is the stride not long enough for you? Is that what it is?
No, I mean, I think it's fine, but so I have a really expensive spin bike, which I'm not a person who likes to spin on a bike. It's not my thing.
Right.
But after my hip surgery, my doctor said I couldn't run anymore, so I bought that instead. And I wish I bought a treadmill because it's sturdier. This is okay, but it's it was like $200 or $300, and
Right.
it doesn't feel like a good treadmill where you could start running. And so when you start on it, it's okay. But if you want to go faster or run,
You need
doesn't
an
feel
actual
comfortable.
treadmill.
I want an
You need
actual
the
treadmill.
structure. You need I get what you're
I
saying.
think I want to trade that in, and I mean that was like almost $4,000.
Damn.
My spin bike. Well, I used to have a real treadmill too before when I was training the marathon, but yeah, as Cynthia said, I'm a minimalist. But like, see, these are cheap IKEA things,
Container drawer.
things. But that is a $3,000 spin bike over there. I don't think I can show it to you.
She's a minimalist, but she spends it where it's important.
Let's
Where it
see. If
counts.
you could see
Where
the
it counts, yeah.
spin
Oh,
bike.
there it
See
is.
the spin bike?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
By the way,
So, but I don't love that either.
I got a message on
He's like,
TikTok.
no.
TikTok from Toby. She said, "Tell Carmen her highlights look beautiful." So that must have been from a while ago.
Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm not even on TikTok right now. I don't think so.
I
am. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought somebody was saying something. All right. Well, I mean, I guess did we decide on homework? Why are you looking at me like that? Look at Cynthia laughing.
Can I tell you something that amused me? I saw
There's
this
like
thing
a ghost in the machine
That
here.
amused me.
That's all it's like. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I
Rick.
saw this thing about Whitney Houston, and they said that song, "I'm Your Baby Tonight." That song.
Yeah.
They said she did that in
Whatever
one
you
take.
One
want.
take.
Hey.
You know why? Because she wanted to go to the mall before it closed. I
Because
was
she
like,
went to
"Yep,
go
Oh, yeah.
shopping.
that's
Yeah.
Whitney. Yep, that's her. I can see that."
That's what she was
Yeah.
singing.
She finished it in one take.
She got it in one
She did that whole thing, that scat part, that really rapid part of that song. They said, Babyface said they wrote it hard for her because they were trying to get her to do more work. And so she's like, give it to me. And she said, and she wrapped up. She said, now I want to go. She's like, I'm leaving. I'm going to the mall. I got to go shop. I love that. Yeah, that was her. That was good old
That's
Nippy.
a diva.
I'm your baby tonight.
That was good old Nippy.
Mhm.
I hate that she dated him and then I hate. No, I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming Bobby Brown. I just that whole mess and the drugs and I just she should
The
still be
reality show.
and her child should be here. What the fuck was that? I mean,
Mm,
such a sad story and what a brilliant talent and what a beautiful
yeah.
woman. Oh my lord.
Mhm.
I mean, not that I'm saying it would have been okay if she was ugly. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean, right? Like every time like I think of her and I listen to her music, I get sad. It's one of those things I can't listen to her music without thinking of the story. And it just makes me heartbroken, you know? Yeah, I loved her. She was good. Rick, she's your favorite, I know.
Is
Yeah,
she Rick?
she's up there.
Mhm.
Her
What do you
and
mean
CeCe
up there?
Winans
What do
together?
you mean up there?
Oh,
Up there
Cece.
with who?
Like he just says, CeCe Winans, also like Mariah Carey.
Oh, Sissy.
I
Mariah
love CeCe.
Carey.
Mariah too. Old Mariah.
Not new
Old
Mariah
Old
Mariah.
Carey,
Mariah.
old
Old
Mariah,
Mariah.
Old
old Mariah,
Mariah.
Old Mariah.
not the new stuff.
No, but CeCe Winans, as far as she's the Whitney Houston of gospel for me. Her, Tamala Mann,
Mhm.
Tasha Cobbs. Yeah, those are all amazing
Yeah,
people. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cynthia is like, I have no idea who you're talking about.
She
Not
knows
Cynthia,
she's
Carmen.
whining. She knows she's
Carmen.
You don't
Carmen's like,
realize how
I
close
know
that
she's
Whitney
whining.
was. Yeah.
I just think they're I mean, I do think CeCe Winans is amazing, but I still think Whitney is above that. I just her voice, her
have
vocal.
you heard them sing together? The one,
Yes,
BB&CC?
yes,
My
yes.
God.
Unbelievable. My
Yeah.
God, today.
And
Tell
the fact that she sang background for them when they were
Mhm.
on Arsenio Hall, I think that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah, there's an old clip
Oh,
where she's on the Arsenio Hall show and she's one of the background singers and she didn't want to sing. She didn't
yeah,
want to be up front. She just wanted to sing background for BB and CC because
yeah.
she called them her brother and sister.
Yeah,
So
they're beautiful, and I mean, I think that's why I put Whitney because she was also able to cross over into a whole other genre, right? I mean, because she grew up in the church,
And
and
she grew up in a church.
yeah,
that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I think that's what it is. Like, there's talent, and then there's genius, right? And
yeah,
I put Whitney in the genius category, and what breaks my heart is that part, you know?
yeah.
It's like the Michael Jackson thing. I mean, I don't care whether you liked him or not, you cannot take away that man's talent.
Oh,
You cannot take
Mm.
away his talent. But even something we don't have to get into the kid crap and all that. Everyone has their opinions about that. But even just when you have so much money
Talent,
and
just
you're
talent.
asking for things like, I want to buy the Elephant Man bones and all these crazy things he started just doing, you know, and
You just
even
have too much money.
yeah, because you have so much money, you don't know what to do with yourself
But 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 but
and his
but
childhood.
but but I cannot say, but I will say things were not what they appeared to be for Michael. As
And I think we
someone,
all know that.
no, I'm talking about as far as finances.
As far as what?
Finances.
No. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I can't listen to his music anymore without like I'll start listening, I'll hear it, and then I go down that, you know, that's why I don't like to know all this stuff about artists sometimes because it taints my enjoyment of their talent. Sometimes you have to know. Sometimes you
You
have
need to know. You better
like
know.
Snoop Dogg is off the list. You know what I mean? Like Snoop
oh yeah.
R.
Dogg is
Kelly's off the list.
R. Kelly been off the list, been
Been
off.
off the
It's
list.
just the latest. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, there's just certain people I'm like, and I'm done. You know, like that's different. But yeah.
Got a
Anyway,
cool story with Whitney again. BB Winans. He was telling her that, oh, there's this house we used to live in, da da da. And I wish I could buy it. And she goes, why don't you take me there one day? So they went, and he's showing her all around, da da da. She goes, oh, you really like this place? He goes, yeah, yeah, I
You
really
gotta
like
move
it. And then she goes, here. He goes, what's this? I bought it for you.
it.
Okay.
Just like
Wow.
that.
I love that. Yeah, that's what you do, though. That's what her family. That's what
There
she
was
had.
another funny story, and I was like, I don't know if you
Okay,
should have told that one.
what, what,
They
what,
were
what?
they they were at the movies, and Whitney and she likes to talk sometimes, I guess, during the movie, and the woman in front of her turned around and said, "Shh." She shushed her. And I know she didn't shush me. They started they started to fight. And then they ran out and they're out of the theater because they were want to get in trouble. And she goes, "Oh, that was so exciting."
Oh, that's right. She was with BB and Cece, right? That's right.
Yep.
I remember that story. Yes.
Privilege. Not even knowing what it's like to be in a movie theater. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. Okay, guys, it's we're at the 1:30 mark. I'm gonna shut this down. That was kind of nice though, just to have like a little get together and hang out.
Yes.
It was
It's
all
quite
good.
lovely.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you again next week. And remember, at the end of the day, it really is what
All
all
about
About
the
the
About the
children.
children.
joy.
Bye, everyone. Bye.